What up, y'all? This is Rex B. Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at a plugin called XO by XLN Audio. And essentially it is a drum sequencer, and it makes it really easy to kind of navigate through all of your old sounds that you have already on your hard drive that you've been collecting over the years. So you have all these dots on the screen, and they all represent a different sound that I have on my hard drive. So these red dots are my kick drums, blue dots are your snares, these yellows are hi-hats. And so what's really cool about this is, if you're looking at this, so all of your sounds that are on your left hand side are going to be all of your lower frequency sounds. So let's say like your kick drums, toms and stuff like that. The middle are going to be your middle frequencies, and the right side is going to be your higher frequencies. And another cool thing, how this organizes how it organizes everything is your longer samples are going to be on the bottom and the shorter ones are going to be at the top. So for example, say if we were looking for a kick drum that has a really long sample, so like an 808. So first we just go to our left hand side here and click one of these lower ones. I already know, I have no idea what I'm going to click, but I know it's going to be either like an 808 or something that's long and really low. Same thing with like your hi-hat. So up here you're gonna have your short, higher frequency hi-hats. Higher you go up, and then the lower you go is gonna be your longer hi-hats. So, or bells or shakers or anything in that frequency range. For organizational purposes alone, XO is really powerful because you're able to visually see all the sounds that you have in your DAW, and you're able to go through them by characteristic rather than by file name or the folder that it's located in. Okay, so let's start building our first drum kit. So I'm just gonna grab I want a nice little boomier kick. All right, I like that. So to load this into your kick, you just click this little button here. Now, all right, and let's find a snare. Oh, I like that one. Let's just use that one. And let's take a hi-hat. Oh, boom, we're golden. So we're gonna throw that right there in our hi-hat. So now, all right, and let's build our first drum loop. Here we go. There we go, we got a drum loop. All right, now let's check this out. So now that we have a drum loop and we have some of our sounds filled in, we can actually randomize the sounds that we have in here and get something that's totally different, and maybe I wouldn't have picked on my own, but you might get a whole better vibe that you might really like. So I have these sounds, and you click this button to give me some random sounds. Let's turn the hi-hat down a little bit. Let's go back to that last one. Okay, let's say that I like this snare, but the hi-hat and the kick could be changed. So you can actually lock the snare in, so now it won't change when I randomize it. Let's just keep going through some sounds. Okay, I like that kick. Let's find a new hi-hat. So let's change the tone of the hi-hat. Let's find something different. Let's put that there. Woo. Woo. As you can see, this can be really beneficial to your workflow because you're able to start your creative process a lot quicker, and you're able to kind of find new sounds or old sounds that are located within folders, within folders, within folders, and they're just kind of placed out all in front of you, and you can kind of just swipe through each of these sounds until you find the perfect sound for your drum kit. I'm really enjoying this plugin because it's helping me with my creative process and it's speeding up my workflow because I'm not necessarily worried about my drum selection when I'm making my beats. I can make my drum loop and then after the fact, I can dial in the sound that I'm going for, or I can randomize my drum kit and then be inspired by something totally different. So in the past, when I would start a new session, I would just go to the folder that I would always go to, or the folder that I'm used to going to, just because I know that those sounds will work. So XO definitely would alleviate that in my process, and I'm able to just start fresh every single time.